Welcome friends again. So this is our third experiment. We shall give demo version to you, video demo version to you. That is, this is experiment number 7. The title of the experiment is starting and reversing of DC shunt motor. This experiment will be tremendously important for mainly for electrical people. So this experiment has got two aspects to discuss. One is the starting of the motor, how a DC motor is started, and how the rotation of the DC motor can be changed. Either it can rotate in clockwise direction or in counterclockwise direction, how the direction of the motor is changed. So this is the circuit diagram. So we use new device or new element. It is called 3-point starter. It has got 3 points, L, A, F. L stands for line, A stands for armature, F stands for field. Now from armature it is going to the A terminal, which is called armature terminal of the motor, and from F it is going to the FF terminal, which is called field terminal of the motor. Okay, so now before starting this experiment, you should know what is meaning by motor. Now you know motor is a machine, an electromechanical device which transfers electrical energy into mechanical energy. It transfers electrical energy into mechanical energy. Why DC? What is the meaning of this term DC? Because it only works with DC supply. AC will not work. What is the meaning of this shunt? Shunt means, you see this motor has got two parts mainly. Construction wise, one is called armature terminal and one is called field terminals. These armature and field terminals are connected in parallel. Then that configuration is called shunt motor. If the armature and field connection is connected in series, then that configuration is called series motor. If both occurs, series parallel both occur, then this configuration will be called compound motor. So we will discuss only about DC shunt motor. Now how a DC motor is started? You see the well-known equation which you must have covered in your theory class, the voltage equation for DC shunt motor or DC motor, any motor, that is V is equal to, V is the supply voltage, V is equal to EB plus IARA. EB is the back EMF, IA is the armature current and RA is the armature resistance. Now at starting EB is 0. At starting EB is 0. So from that equation we got IA, that will be is equal to V upon RA. Now the typical value of RA is lies in the range of 0.1 to 0.9 ohm. Typical values of armature resistance lies in the range of 0.1 to 0.9 ohm. It possesses very low resistance. So if V is 220 volt supply and if your RA is 0.1 ohm, so at starting, when you directly supply the input, it will draw a current as large as this amount. That is 2.2 kiloampere. So surely the machine will not carry this much amount of load. So everything will burn out. So what will be the remedy or how to prevent this initial high rush of current? We should add additional resistance to the armature circuit, so we can limit the input armature current, because at starting EB is always 0, we have no control over it. So only thing is we can add additional resistance in series with the armature to limit the input armature current. So the additional resistance will be provided by this 3-point starter. So the function of this 3-point starter is to provide additional series resistance with the armature, so that the initial armature current will be limited by its nominal value. So this is how this motor will start it. And if the motor will start in a particular direction, either in clockwise or counterclockwise direction, how it can be, the direction of the motor, how it can be altered or how it can be reversed, so we shall see shortly in the experiment. So we shall develop this model or this circuit diagram in our experimental panel. So there we discuss how a motor is started and how the direction of the motor has been reversed. So let's move to our panel. Hello friends, so we have come in front of this panel, starting and speed control of DC shunt motor. Although the name suggests some different thing, however, by this panel we can perform this experiment. Now this is our DC shunt motor. This is our machine, DC shunt motor. So this is shunt motor type. If we come to this side, you can see this is our input supply AC. Since this motor does not work in DC, does not work in AC, so we use a rectifier unit to transform this AC into DC. So output of the rectifier unit will come in directly to this supply unit. That is the input of this panel. So this is the DC supply. How DC is obtained? It is obtained by converting AC to DC by this rectifier unit. Now this is called 3-point starter. You see these three names. Please, this is L. L stands for line, S stands for shunt, and A stands for armature. Now, in some cases, people use different notations for field. Some uses S, some uses Z, some uses F. So Z, F, S all are same. This is basically field circuit or field connection. Now you can see this small metallic ball-like structure or cylinder-like structure. You see, these are called studs, S-T-U-D. You see, this handle can be brought from left to right. When this handle is placed at leftmost position at starting, it means maximum resistance connected to the armature circuit. And when you place this handle in the rightmost position, it means it adds minimum resistance to the armature circuit. And when the motor is on, this handle will be attracted by this electromagnet. This is electromagnet, and this will be fixed at this position. When supply will be cut, this will no longer will be an electromagnet. Then this handle will come to this leftmost position. Okay. So let's start our experiment. So we have got DC supply here. Now since this experiment is done in DC, here polarity matters, plus minus matters. Okay, so you be careful to connect all the circuit elements. So from the positive terminal, we directly connected to the line. We are connecting to the line. From the positive, you go, if you follow your experiment or manual circuit diagram. From the positive terminal you can see it is connected to the line. Now from the armature you can see, from the armature connected to the armature A1. This is A1 or circuit diagram A, it's all the same. And from the returning path of the armature it is directly going to the ground or negative input. And same for here, for the field, from the positive terminal of the field, it is going to directly to the positive field terminal, and the return path will be connected to the return path of the input supply. So either tail end of the field will be connected to the return path of the input supply. So this is all for our circuit diagram. Now let's switch on the supply. You see, we connect, we making AC supply on. Now you see, this is DC supply. So if we on this switch, we can, you see the voltage is still 0, so we will set it at 220 volt. You see, now I am placing the input knob like this, the variac switch, so you see the input voltage is varying. So we set input voltage at 220 volt. So you see the voltage is building. I am increasing the input voltage, so its voltage is building like this. So roughly at 220 volt, roughly it is at 220 volt, we fix this one as 220 volt. So this means this 220 volt DC supply now coming in this input terminal of this panel. I am making this switch on. Now if I go to this, you see the motor starts rotating. You see, the more I move this handle from left to right position, the speed of the motor is building. It rotates faster and faster. And when I place this handle to the right position, it will be kept at that position by the action of. You see, this handle is now fixed at the right position by this electromagnet, and the motor is start rotating. I hope it is rotating now in clockwise direction. I hope it is. Okay, let's see another time. I just you see. What will happen for this handle? You see, if I remove this or if you cut the supply, you see, this handle is coming to the reference position. So the electromagnetic action will stop working and it will bring back to the reference position by this way. Now we shall see three conditions. Number one, if we remove or if we alter the armature terminals, if we alter the shunt terminals, and if we alter the supply terminals, we use these three connections. So let's see one by one. So this is armature terminals. Okay. So you see, this is the armature terminal. So we just reverse the connection. So this point is to be connected here and this point is to be connected here. So this is how it is. The armature connection is reversed. Now you see, you minutely observe what will be the starting direction of the armature or the DC shunt motor. Mind it, please observe. It is in the counterclockwise direction, isn't it? It is in the counterclockwise direction. Okay? So, it is in the counterclockwise direction. So, what we have understood here is that if we reverse the armature terminal, the direction of rotation will be reversed. So, let's do the next thing. So, we replace the we restore the original connection by this. Now we alter the field terminals. So we replace this terminal into here and this terminal into here. This is how we alter the field terminal. So what will be the direction of rotation? It should be again in the reverse of clockwise direction. That will be in the counterclockwise direction. It should be. So you please minutely observe. You see, it will be in the counterclockwise direction. Okay? It will be in the counterclockwise direction. So this is how. So what we understand? If we remove or if we alter the field terminals, again the direction of the rotation will change. So we will cut the supply, and finally we restore the previous connection, and if we restore the next thing, that is the supply. So supply terminals are changed. So in this way, now you see the minutely what will be the direction of rotation. Please observe minutely what would be the direction. Let's see. It is directly along clockwise direction. It is directly along clockwise direction. So what we observe, if we change the supply terminal, the original direction remains same. Why? Because if we change the supply terminal, then the polarity of armature and field terminal gets reversed simultaneously. That is why negative cancel each other and original direction remains. So this is all for this experiment. So what we have observed, we started with the original circuit diagram in this way. The original direction was clockwise. Then we reverse the armature terminals. The direction of rotation reverses. After that, we reverses the field terminals. Armature direction of rotation again reverses. And finally, when we change the supply terminal, original direction was resumed, because at that point the direction of rotation armature and field occurs simultaneously. So negative cancel each other. So that's all about the starting and reversing of this